Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul. You're watching me on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, my talk show, and if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I always come up with new ideas and try to inform you of latest development, whatever is happening in the real world. Because I strongly feel that if you keep yourself motivated and updated, working on your craft, nobody can leave you behind. Because it is essential that we keep ourselves updated and moving forward, because one of the most important thing in men's life especially is how much resilience they have, how much they can face, and how much they can overcome the challenges. You have to surmount all the pressures that happens in your life, then only you come victorious. Problem is that many of us has lack of motivation, lack of energy, because we have been through a lot of challenges that consumed your energy, that given you certain omens, that it is formidable, it would be difficult for you to overcome that kind of challenges. So there has been a pattern in your mind, which always try to obstruct you. But reality is that you can change the patterns of your thought process. You can make new beliefs, you can emanate new frequencies, and you can change your perception and conviction about your own self altogether. Because the conceptions that people have in their mind about you, you have to change that. And for that, you have to bring changes within you. And that changes are very subtle but very powerful. You have to recognize your attitude. You have to recognize your behavioral pattern. You have to recognize how you talk to your own subconscious mind. There is a conscious brain, there is a subconscious brain, and 70%, more than 70% of the talks that happens in your life are formed in subconscious mind. And subconscious mind defines your future, defines your actions, because unknowingly you are driven by subconscious. So when your pattern of thinking is deeply weaved into your subconscious mind, it will try to create that kind of result in your life. So to change that pattern, you have to bring certain changes, positive talks, positive behaviors. You have to change your thought process along with your vision. You have to bring positive perception in your mind that you can do it. What you were thinking previously, it is formidable for you, that it would not be done by you. You have to change your thought process. Yeah, it will take a little bit more time, but you will be able to overcome the challenges. You will be able to do that. And that should be in your mind, that every challenge that arises, every kind of obstacles or constraints that happens in your life, you can easily overcome that. If you have in your mind that you can achieve unprecedented, you can certainly achieve that. That has never been done in your life, but you can achieve that kind of formidable thing as well. The only thing that constructs around your mind difficulties is nothing else but your own perception and your own impression in others' mind. That is what you have to change altogether. You have to weave a reality around which should be perceived by other people as well. That should be reflecting under your personality. So reflection of certain positive vibes in your personality is imperative. Did you understand? So when you change your personality altogether, when you bring positive changes in your life, it starts very, very gradually to change the course of your life. It won't happen fortnight, it won't happen the same night. But what will happen, you will try to see that a profound change has happened gradually over a period of time. That is what changes our perception altogether. See, there are certain energies which creates ether, you know, in our space, personal space. And if it is much more dense, it would be difficult for you to look through the veils, or to have clear perception, or to have clear creativity and clarity. You know. So if your ether and your own aura is not dense but lighter, you can perceive things very rapidly. You can discern things very rapidly, and you can understand it. That is what is the reality. And many factors are trying to influence it. I would not tell you reality altogether, but if you go through all the contents of my page, Facebook page, or on my YouTube channel, you will understand exactly what I am talking about. Do you understand? The real war is going on intelligence, on awakening, on keeping your spiritual evolution confined. And that is what you have to recognize. If you want to be aware, if you want to work with your creativity, if you want to work with clarity and profound awareness that can see through the veils, that can have clarity, that can have good perception, then you have to change. You have to change. And you have to awaken yourself. The positive vibes that will happen only if you will change your subconscious. If you program your subconscious in a different way, your life will be changed. I'm talking about different factors that really play a role, vital role. But once you will take action, you will see that the war will not be won until unless you don't try to emphasize on your subconscious. Your subconscious has to be reality for your own self. If you don't have confidence, self-confidence, how can you march forward? The real resilience that should be weaved in your personality won't come easily. You have to stand first of all. You have to take a stand for your own self. You have to take a stance. Otherwise, it will be difficult. The more you will dive in, you will see that the Red Sea is Red Sea. Otherwise, if you are in sleep mode, the Red Sea is Dead Sea. But once you'll awaken, after a long period of time, so do you want to navigate all these timelines in sleep mode, in different life cycles? Yeah, it is reality. We have been through a lot of profound, subtle realities, through dimensional convergence or through dimensional awareness that we have seen in our life. Then we have ascertained these facts. I'm not telling you as it is. I'm telling you with my experience, whatever I have felt in my life. So if you want to dive into subtle dimension of a spiritual war, first of all, you should be intact. You should be ready. That you are ready for the spiritual war. Otherwise, the transcendence, the knowing the reality is really tough. The illusions are all around in your religious rituals, everywhere, in your every forms of gods that you have thought of, any idol or whatever you think of. A little bit of mistake will lead your life to other dimensions. Did you understand? The intelligence is the only thing, but with integrity. If you connect yourself with God's intellect, I would say that universal wisdom, then only you'll be able to see the reality. But it is not easy. It is really very formidable and tough. You have to see through the veils. You have to connect yourself with the real reality. And everywhere these deceptions and illusions, manipulations, all are being worked around only to keep you in sleep mode. Once you will awaken, you will thrive. You will see that what are the actions you should align yourself and what are the actions you should take. Did you understand? Yeah, we are humans, but the profound light that we possess is within this vessel. That is what we have to understand. And if you start believing in an idol rather than believing in yourself, rather than believing in your higher self and the mainframe system of the universe where you are a particular entity, your own mind, your own brain can give commands to the universe, can seek wisdom from the universe. Yeah, your higher self, the idol that you call God. But once you separate that identity from yourself outside, that is the blunder that everybody is doing here in this world. They are attributing this profound wisdom or the profound holiness, the holy soul, to someone else. Yeah, it would be true. If he is someone else, he is your own higher self. He is the mainframe whom you are giving command. That is what you have to understand. Nobody else. Everyone else is involved in exchange, is in business. Everybody who will help you has certain interest in you. And if you want to devote that interest to that very idol, you'll be ready. You'll be finding that idol altogether. But the life with that idol is not that you think of, that it has been elaborated in your hand. If you go through the given lessons of religions, then you are still blind. You are not curious. You are not searching. You are not having inquisitive mind who is searching all the time. What is real God? What is inside? What is your intelligence? And that is why I will tell you that if you want to look through all the veils, you have to recognize your own power and the real mainframe system, whom you can say God. That is what I have tried to unveil a little bit of it in my previous book, which is already on my page, Connect to God's intellect, the intelligence within. I will be giving you a lot of deep knowledge that is needed in order to ascend forward. But you should have belief in yourself first of all. Along with that, your real incisive and astute mind, if it will work, you'll be able to identify. Patience is the very important entity that you have to believe in. If you don't have patience, you lose the war. You are still a human, a feeble construct of the universe, but not feeble as described by the wrong man Smith. I would say, yeah, you may be feeble, but the path to liberation, the path to enlightenment is embedded in your DNA. Even if you are a human, you are given all the powers, but you cannot use it as per your will. You can only use it to ascertain the facts, to know and to let go. Patience, perseverance. You have to go through a lot of pain. That is the reality. But how would you navigate all these challenges? Unless you don't open your eyes. So you have to open your eyes. Many people will come to pull your leg. They will recognize you before you would even awaken fully. But that is what is not their winning. It is the real drama that is unfolding in front of you to give you real clarity, real faith, which can be developed on these resilience, on these struggles. Thank you for listening to me.